The Zephyrian slavers had made many mistakes in their long, profitable career of trafficking sentient beings across the Outer Rim, but none quite as catastrophic as the one they made on the third moon of Kepler 442. They had been observing the human settlement for weeks. The bipedal mammals seemed primitive enough. No energy shields, basic projectile weapons, simple agricultural communities scattered across the moon's fertile valleys. The Zephyrians had cataloged them as Class C sentients, intelligent enough to be valuable, primitive enough to be helpless. Captain Vextar had personally overseen the raid. His crew descended in stealth pods during the settlement's rest cycle, stunning the adult humans with neural disruptors before they could mount any significant resistance. Standard protocol. Clean, efficient, profitable. But in their haste to collect specimens, the Zephyrians had overlooked something crucial about human social structures. They had taken the young ones too, including 8-year-old Emma Chen, daughter of Dr. Marcus Chen, a xenobiologist who had been documenting the moon's ecosystem for the past 3 years. The slavers thought they were being thorough. They couldn't have known they were signing their own death warrant. Dr. Chen regained consciousness 6 hours after the raid, his neural pathways still crackling with residual energy from the disruptor blast. Around him, the other survivors stumbled through the ruins of their community center, calling out names, taking inventory of who remained. 43 humans had been taken, 43 souls stolen in the night like cargo, but when Chen realized Emma was among the missing, something fundamental shifted in the quantum structure of the galaxy itself. Not immediately. The universe rarely announces its turning points with fanfare, but shift it did, like a gear clicking into place in some vast cosmic machine. Chen didn't scream. He didn't rage. He simply walked to his research station, activated his long-range communications array, and sent a single message to Earth's Colonial Defense Network. This is Dr. Marcus Chen, xenobiologist, Kepler 442c. Hostile aliens have taken our people. They have taken my daughter. Please advise. The response came back within minutes. Dr. Chen, this is Admiral Sarah Okafor, CDN Command. Maintain position. Help is coming. What the Zephyrians couldn't have known, what no alien species in the galaxy truly understood, was that humans had been preparing for this moment for 300 years. Ever since first contact with the Centauri Trade Collective, humanity had been operating under a single unifying principle. Never again would human beings be chattel. The Holocaust, the Atlantic slave trade, the countless smaller horrors scattered throughout human history like broken glass. Humanity had looked into its own reflection and sworn an oath written in blood and remembrance. Never again. But the galaxy had mistaken human restraint for weakness. Their diplomatic protocols, their careful trade negotiations, their measured responses to aggression, all of it had been interpreted as evidence that humans were just another soft species hiding behind technology they barely understood. The Zephyrians were about to learn otherwise. Admiral Okafor's task force translated out of hyperspace 18 hours after Chen's message. Not one ship or two, but 37 vessels of various classes, from nimble destroyers to the massive dreadnought Harriet Tubman. The flotilla's arrival sent gravitational ripples across 3 star systems. Captain Vextar received the human transmission as his ship approached the slave markets of Nexus Prime. The message was brief, transmitted in perfectly fluent Galactic Standard, with sub-channel translations in 43 different languages. This is Admiral Sarah Okafor of the Human Colonial Defense Network. You have taken our people. You have taken our children. Return them now and we will allow you to surrender. Refuse, and we will demonstrate why abducting humans is considered a capital offense throughout known space. Vextar's mandibles clicked in amusement, humans and their dramatic pronouncements. His ship's weapons could vaporize a small moon. What could these primitive mammals possibly do to threaten him? He found out 6 minutes later when the Harriet Tubman translated directly into his ship's engine wake, a maneuver so precise and dangerous that most species considered it physically impossible. The dreadnought's tractor beams locked onto the Zephyrian vessel with the inexorability of a natural law. This is Admiral Okafor, came the transmission. I'm boarding your ship now. If any human has been harmed, I will demonstrate technologies your species has never imagined. What happened next became legend across the galaxy within a standard cycle. Okafor didn't board with a massive assault force or advanced battle armor. She came with 12 Marines in standard gear and a single demand. Return every human unharmed or face the consequences. Vextar, emboldened by his numerical advantage, refused. He had 200 crew members and enough firepower to level a city. What could 13 humans do? The answer was everything. The humans moved through Vextar's ship like a force of nature, not with rage or brutality, but with the cold mechanical precision of a species that had spent centuries perfecting the art of war. They disabled security systems with casual expertise, neutralized crew members with techniques that seemed to bend physics itself, and navigated the ship's layout as if they'd built it themselves. But it was what happened when they found the human prisoners that truly changed everything. Okafor had entered the detention bay expecting to find broken, traumatized survivors. Instead, she discovered something that would haunt Vextar's nightmares for the rest of his very short life. 43 humans who had spent their captivity planning. Dr. Chen looked up from where he'd been comforting Emma and spoke in a voice like winter itself. "Admiral, my daughter's friend Billy is missing 3 teeth. The Zephyrians removed them for their collection. I want compensation." That's when Vextar realized the true nature of his mistake. He hadn't kidnapped victims. He'd kidnapped family members of the most dangerous species in the galaxy. By sunset on Nexus Prime, the story had spread across every communication network in known space. The Zephyrian slavers had been found drifting in escape pods, their ship claimed as evidence by the human navy. The entire Nexus Prime slave market had been shuttered, pending investigation. 3 other major trafficking operations had surrendered preemptively. But the story that spread fastest was simpler than all of that. Captain Vexistar's final transmission, broadcast on all frequencies as his ship was boarded. His crew scattered, his life's work undone in less than an hour. "They're not like us," he whispered into his communicator. "They don't fight for territory or resources or glory. They fight for each other. All of them. Every single one. Don't take their children. Don't take their families. Don't take any of them, please. They'll come for you and they'll never stop." The transmission ended there. By morning, it had been heard in every corner of the galaxy. The Galactic Council formally added a new entry to the Universal Crime Database that same cycle. Kidnapping of human citizens, Class X violation, enforcement immediate and comprehensive. Dr. Chen took Emma home to Earth 3 days later. As their transport broke atmosphere, she asked him why the aliens had seemed so scared. Chen looked down at his daughter, his brilliant, brave daughter who had spent her captivity teaching other children how to stay calm, how to hope, and smiled. "Because they finally understood something important, sweetheart. Something we've always known." "What's that, Dad?" "That no one hurts our family." Outside the viewport, the stars seemed a little brighter.